It's the Newsangl, bitch.
That's such a long pause.
Oh, those no longer hold it.
You gonna introduce yourself or?
It's the Newsangl, bitch. They know who I am.
Damn.
D.
Well, okay, well that's D. I'm CJ, and
I am Demetrius's handler, Brandy, and I'm not doing a good job. He needs to be reprogrammed.
MKUltra.
I was just about to say that.
Pretty much. I'm like him and Kanye going off the deep end.
Oh no.
Can we start there? Can we talk about Kanye? The fuck? The tweet, his handler. I think Kim is his handler.
I'm sure. Or Chris.
At first I thought it was like more so Mama Chris, but I'm like, every time he goes too crazy, like they are off somewhere, and it's just like, oh, Kim and Kanye had to get away. And then he comes back with his hair a different color.
He called Kris Jenner Kris Jong-un.
I know he did. That shit had me rolling.
That was really funny.
You know what though? What's crazy to me? What's crazy to me? I know I said it last time too, but I think it's crazy that like Dave Chappelle actually went out to the ranch to go see him.
Man,
that means a lot to me because I'm down with Chappelle. Like,
he had to be concerned because he typically don't leave Ohio.
You know what I'm saying?
And
he I don't know if did you guys watch his special on Netflix yet? Yeah, the 8-minute thing. So like just even watching that and anything else that he's ever done, like he's not a crazy person. So for somebody who I think is very sane and very critical thinker, to go out there and support Kanye is a lot. Like it's a lot. I don't know.
No, I was looking kind of sideways at Dame Dash going to support him because I was like, who's checking for Dame Dash? Like
nobody.
You need help too, nigga. Like
nobody.
Oh, that kind of threw me off. And then they said Justin Bieber was out there. I was like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know.
I think they're just jumping on a bandwagon.
I'm sure.
I think so too, because I'm just like, Justin, I don't even think you and Kanye ever did a song.
I feel like Dave was the only one that was pretty genuine about the whole situation. Like, because he didn't post about it. He just went and then Kanye posted about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is a nice way to look at it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Dave would have ever said anything about that. I think he would have let it be what it was.
Yeah, he probably would have. Before we go too far, I'm dressed up because it's our 1-year anniversary this month. Dee's dressed up. Brandy gave up because she got tired of waiting on me.
I did.
I had some adulting to do.
Game over on her church. Explains a lot. Game over.
But it's okay. I'm drinking, but we are all drinking, so that's good, right? Yeah, I think.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers indeed. So other than Kanye though, there's some weird stuff going on. What did you say about? Well, before we get into all that, Watchmen got a Emmy nomination.
Oh yeah. So if anybody cares about Emmys, TV shows, and what have you, a lot of the Black Girl Magic and Black Girl Joy is going down because we were nominated all up and down in categories. Something I noticed: 3 leading women of color: Octavia Spencer, Kerry Washington, and I want to say, God, I just forgot her name because she stars in Watchmen. Regina Hall.
Thank you.
Yes. So they all got the Emmy nomination for outstanding like actress in the lead series. That was huge to me to see. So I pay attention to award shows. My family and I, like, we typically watch them just as our little ritual. But it's so nice to not see the shit whitewashed, because for years before, Twitter would go crazy because they'd be like, Oscar's so white, Emmy's so white. So now
even just recently, like, we just talked about the British like BA and stuff like that too earlier this year.
That's like a different level of just being.
Oh, theirs is like a whole nother level. I mean, but like the fact that they got nominated this year, like for the Emmys, is like crazy.
Oh, it's huge to see those names up there, and to, like I always point out, to see undeniably Black women get that, because we've seen it in cinema and time again. They're partial to someone who is lighter or that can pass. So it's nice to see across the board, even in somebody like Zendaya, who could be a pastor, but she goes hard for the Blacks, like DJ does.
I really like that she does that. I feel a little bit of me in her because she's like hardcore as well.
She's not playing, so it's really dope to see that she was nominated too. So kudos to everybody. Billy Porter again for Pose. There was a lot.
I need to watch that.
Pose is so good, girl.
Is it really? I need to
Shout out
watch
to
it.
Grant if you listening, because we stand Pose. It just gives such a great depiction of ballroom culture and how AIDS was affecting that community during that time when it first went down. And it was also sad just to see, because you realize not only was this awful for anybody a part of the gay community, but then even more awfuler, new word alert.
Awfuler.
Awfuler, the awful list. It was just really sad to see how people of color were treated, even more so like they were monsters. And
it was
it's
even
like,
worse than now, I
bed
think.
and dying. They got AIDS, and there's no cure, and they're trying to figure this shit out too. So it's a really good. It's not just about reads and outfits. Like, you watch that shit,
I'm
they
gonna
go
have to
over
watch it.
Stuff. It's so good. And I think with what you shared about like your family and stuff before, I think they would like it. Like, I really think they would be good for everybody to watch.
That's probably really important to.
Oh, and then Drag Race, of course, got nominated again. Although
I haven't watched it in several seasons. It's been a while.
I'll tell you how much I watch it. PJ's tired of it because he thought I was going to turn it on. Because at first he was like, okay. And then now he's like, this is, because when I get in my binge, baby, I'm like, I'm binging.
Oh,
so
no.
he was going to like just turn it on as soon as we got to my mom's house Sunday. He's like, listen, I've seen enough drag queens. I'm tired. He's like, it ends the same way every time. And I was like, it's not that predictable. It's
it might be slightly, just a slightly.
It is, but I'm like, I like these transformations.
I know, but no, we really, I wish there was more than just the Emmy nominees, because to me, even though like we made enough like ruckus for them to consider more people, like it's still such a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a struggle until our asses get it in more of the seats for writing and directing and producing.
Right.
And then once we're behind those seats with real power and money, because we need to have more Tyler Perry.
Did Mr. Peel get any nominations for anything?
I don't remember seeing his name, so I'd have to double check.
That's so weird to me that he's not up there. We're having weird feedback. I don't know what that is.
Didn't they categorize Get Out as a comedy? So there's that.
Yeah, I don't know why Get Out is a comedy, because
I was like, satire, but come on now.
Yeah, that's definitely a horror film for me.
Yeah, like, that was scary as fuck.
It's like somebody was talking about the ending. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Get Out, I'm about to talk about the ending. Have you guys watched it?
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay, maybe I can't talk about it.
I know, I watched Us, and I watched everything but that one.
Get Out is, I can't talk about the ending then until you watch it, so hurry up and watch it.
I mean, I could still watch it. I've heard enough about the movie where I'm like, okay.
So the ending is what got me, and I almost was like, oh, he's not going to make it, because you see red and blue lights while he's over the girl, like, and covered in blood. And I'm like, he's going to get shot. Like, he's not going to make it, but it wasn't the cops.
Motherfucker, TSK.
That's like, and everybody has said the same thing. Every Black person I know that watched that movie at the end was like, he's not gonna make it, but then he did, because it wasn't the cops. Like, that feeling that it invoked in all of us, that was the same across the nation, was crazy, because everybody said the same thing. Like, oh yeah, that speaks volumes on how we feel about the cops.
Right. The experiences are real and valid, and I say the same thing, although it's like a joke but not a joke.
Right.
I say the same thing when I can see like those gifs and memes that 25,000 people like, and whether they're about our moms or the job, it means this is something relatable and that happens.
Absolutely.
So when Black Twitter is going ham on something, it may not mean every single Black person on planet Earth, but it means the majority of us have experienced this shit.
Listen,
and
my brother
can't ignore that.
Did you guys know about the viral video of the lady in the Jeep who like blew up the Jeep?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Did you guys watch the video of the gospel version, but there's a bomb in Gilead? Like, did you watch that version? Oh my God, please go watch it. I cried. So I'm about to laugh thinking about it right now. My brother sent it to me. You know the song, There Is a Bomb in Gilead. But you know, it always sounded like bomb to us listening to the track on the CD players and shit. My dad used to kill that fucking song every week, right?
He was like, this is what's gonna save y'all sitting asses.
So Dan sends me the fucking video of the fucking parody where, and every time she sings "There's a Bomb in Gilead," it's like the explosion. You have to watch
she did
it.
That shit. Is her face still on? The memes from that.
I think I posted it to our page too. You can just go to the Triangl page and watch it if you're listening. This shit was
What'd you
like,
say, D? What'd you say?
He wasn't ready.
No,
she underestimated the power of fucking gasoline because she put her whole head in there.
She,
and it blew her ass.
Her whole body was basically in the back seat. Okay. Like, I
ain't never seen no shit like that. I was like, what did I just see? I didn't think it was real. I had to watch it twice because I was so shocked.
CGI.
Yeah, I was so shocked. And I said, this ain't real. And then I watched it again and I was reading the comments and I was like, what happened to
somebody was talking about
gathered her shit and ran away.
Yeah, dude, somebody was talking about the crawl back that she did to grab her shit.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, no evidence.
Or those memes where they have like Harvey Dent, like Two-Face's face and all burned up. And then like the caption was like, boy, ain't nobody do nothing to your car.
I saw that. Like, bitch, half your face is gone. What you mean?
I was weak.
That shit was funny as hell. No, for real. Before we go on a break real quick, because this has been crazy. New outbreak in the US. 23 states will Salmonella outbreaks.
Oh, fun.
It's affected 212 people so far. 31 people have been hospitalized. So almost half our states have somebody who's sick in there. It's weird. So here's the worst part. Because, you know, usually when they have salmonella outbreaks and stuff, people are like, oh, it's the lettuce or it's the tomatoes or whatever, right? It says source unknown. The CDC does not know why they're fucking an outbreak right now. Look at their faces.
What does the CDC know?
I don't know. You know what? Like, every week we talk about this, I think we really do have to do the Georgia Stones because every time there's a new something, bubonic plague, fucking the salmonella situation.
If y'all want to kill us all, just say that. Like,
you know, well, Bill Gates said it out loud. I'm about to find that clip and post it. But I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is like not okay. And oh, here's another one before we go on break because we got about 30 seconds. It's going to be about 1 million years away, but 2 girls in New Delhi, 2 Indian schoolgirls, found a asteroid headed to fucking Earth's atmosphere and Mars' atmosphere right now. It's millions. It's like 1 million years away. And I mean, it's not coming right now.
We watch Armageddon. All we got to do is send people up there just like the movie.
And by the time 1 million years goes by, we'll have all kinds of shit to get up there quick.
I really want to watch Ad Astra. Did you guys watch that? Yeah.
I haven't, but I got it in my queue, boo.
My brother watched it, and he said it was weird because people from the other movie is in it too. Like,
what other movie?
From Armageddon.
Oh,
so there's so there's a cast connection in that movie, which makes me want to watch it even more to see if they have some fucking hidden figure situation.
Cast connection, like a good Cloverfield.
Yes,
shit. Like
yes. I mean, that's why I'm excited about the John Wick and what is it? Matrix coming out this year. Part 4 for both of them.
I need to get into those John Wick movies because I haven't watched any.
Listen, there's a scene, I'm not going to give too much away, but Lawrence Fishburne is in number 3 of John Wick, right?
He's in John Wick?
He's in John Wick, but there's this thing that they do, and they say this quote, and it's about the Matrix, and I'm just like waiting for them to connect the two. I'm just waiting for John Wick to be like part of Neo's other personality, and I want it to be really so. Cool. It must be so. Anyway.
Maybe it's when he takes the other pill and then he's John Wick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it's the blue pill situation? But like the fact that Lawrence Fishburne's in it, and then there's a line. I'm not gonna give it away because I want you to watch it and enjoy it. And that's how good it is. I promise. Watch all 3 when you can because it's worth it. I'm telling you right now. Especially, I mean, I like action movies, so that's another thing. But
I'm not turned off from the fighting violence at all. I'm like, yes,
good.
Give me a good fight sequence. I'm good.
It's good. I mean, you know. But anyway, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
And we're back.
Yes. Look at Brandy in her selfie mode. I love it.
Oh, they do video? Oh my god.
They be doing selfies like that for real though.
Yeah.
My favorite, and I know it works. Why do we do this one? Like
I don't know what that is about, but it works.
It works, right? When you're taking, I have a few of these too, where your hand is on the shoulder. You're not grabbing anything. It works though.
I think because it works better to do this in selfies than to.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Victoria, if you're watching, Victoria, what the fuck is this?
Does she do that?
She get her nails and she be like,
oh, she's showing off her nails.
No, she's showing off the nails.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I can't. Anyway.
Demetrius, I like that though. It's kind of
cute. I'm so dead. All right. Okay, so let's talk about some virus instances real quick because
I'm so tired of viruses.
So this couple who
the ones you had prior to Corona and then these.
Oh my god,
you fucking slut!
No, not fucking slut.
I've been cured of all my shit. They got cures for that. They got cures for Corona.
I'm so bad. No, so listen. Let me do my job. Damn. Listen. Look at these.
Fuck my lips up. This wine made my lips black.
I'm done.
What?
You know when you drink wine, it makes your lips like dark purple?
Well, yeah, when you're drinking like
red wine stains, so you know.
Yeah, stains.
Did you know the only difference between white and red wine is whether they keep the skin on the grapes or not?
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
You're welcome. Yeah,
that makes so much
grapes.
Yeah, on the red grapes. On the red grapes, if they take it all the way off, you can make white wine out of that too.
Who's a grape skinner?
Huh?
Who's a grape? Like somebody's job is a grape skinner?
No,
like
nigga, I'm sure they use a fucking machine. He's just, just sitting there like peeling tiny little grapes all day.
I thought it was I thought it was white grapes.
Some of them are white grapes, but a lot of them are just peeled grapes as well.
Oh,
grapes look so creepy peeled. Like them
they look scary as fuck. They got veins and shit.
I don't know why it makes me think of eyeballs. Is it just me?
Yeah, I'm like, put your skin back on. Like, it's gross.
Skin back. I'm so through. Anyway, what I was getting into is y'all heard this crazy couple.
Damn, D, you took that one.
He did. Y'all, if you were not watching this, he done drank down his glass of wine. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna pour me some more."
Oh, he's pouring more. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow.
It is our 1 year anniversary week, so let's just get it on.
I'm definitely not drinking enough.
Oh my god!
Look at him.
Oh, he's gonna be fucked up by the time we do our next episode.
When we record this next episode. Jesus.
Oh my god. Anyway, so you know how I pushed back our wedding this year like twice? And
yes, you did.
And everybody, because we were like, you got to be safe. Like, I ain't trying to get nobody sick in my family, my friends sick or nothing like that. So this couple insisted on having their wedding with 100 guests a little while ago, a few weeks ago.
What venue allowed that?
There are venues who are open to do that. So, you know, because because some places
social distance at a wedding.
Because not all states are, because our fucking president won't make it a nationwide mandate. It's up to the governor. So different states have different fucking mandates, and some places are allowing venues to open if it's under 100 people. So she had 100 guests.
Under 100.
10 people, including the couple, have already been diagnosed with COVID, the virus. So
and then those fuckers are gonna take a trip to Vegas and try to infect my ass. That's what the fuck is gonna happen.
Here's the thing. All these guests were from all over the states, like every state possible, because they're from out of town. And that means if there's 10 people infected, can you imagine how, like, out of those 10 people, how many were sitting at different tables? And now you have to go and get tested if you went to this.
Because I'm thinking, like, damn, were y'all showing symptoms? Because I know recently they said that they approved testing for people that were asymptomatic, but I'm just like, shit.
I'm not going if it's I don't know about that fucking testing thing. People are coming back positive.
Listen, I ain't with it, as Rachel was saying, and I don't know if she said it when we were recording or this is a separate conversation her and I were having, but She was saying that when she got tested, or maybe someone she worked with, they, drew blood and tested it because she was like, it's going to be in the blood no matter what.
That's for
and
antibodies.
And that the regular testing needs to be more for people that recently think they came in contact with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am all about drawing blood, not sticking fucking shit in the back of my stomach.
I don't know about that sticking stuff. So here's the thing. Rob's parents told me about one of their friends, I think, recently they got in line to get tested, but it was taking too long. So even though they filled out the paperwork, they did not go through with the test. They left. Why did they get a positive test result in the mail? Ma'am. Yeah. And so my thing is, unless it's very necessary, I don't think I will be going anywhere near these tests.
Yeah, I went and got one. So because we're all required.
Yeah, but nigga, you already had it.
Wait a minute, they can require you guys? Because I didn't think they could require.
Yes, if you have an elective thing, or if it's a work thing, like an elective medical surgery, or any kind of surgery, really. And then like for D, like for work, if they are, because he's in such a place with so many people going in and out, like they can require it. And like Rob's job, where people came out positive, people who were around them had to quarantine as well.
We do contact tracing. So they, like, if someone tests positive at my job, they pull surveillance for 2 weeks. No, was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks prior, and they follow your every move, and they see what you did, or who you were in contact with, or what areas you were in. And they just
call everybody, right?
And they call everybody who they came across.
Yeah.
And tell them they have to self-quarantine. It was 14. I think they recently changed it to 10 days. But
why? That's dumb.
Because a lot of people that we were sending home with the contact trace, we would have them self-quarantine for 2 weeks, and they were all negative.
Oh,
so there's a lot of workforce that we lost. So that, we'll change it to 10.
Gotcha. But you know what's crazy? Like, people, like, here's the thing. Here's a good one. University of Florida, after a fucking party, 18 anesthesiologists was... I'm laughing because they're in the medical field.
Why were there so many anesthesiologists?
I don't know, because it's the University of Florida. Maybe it was like, like a group
on
of
the
them.
Medical side, or a convention or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but either way, maybe a convention. But either way, like the fact that these medical related people, all 18 of them, got the fucking virus is what kills me right now, because I'm just like, y'all know better. You work in the hospital.
I'm interested in how we hear about people getting this virus, but I don't hear as much anymore in the news or anything about people saying that I felt these symptoms first and I knew to go get tested. You don't really seem to hear that.
Okay, so here's my thing. I was listening to the radio today. They are pushing people to go get tested even though they don't have symptoms. Which is what's scary to me, because like on the radio, I'm paraphrasing, but one of the channels I was listening to for the commercial, they were like, keep your family and loved ones safe. Even if you don't have symptoms, go get tested for their sake. Why would you want to do that? I don't think that's a good idea. Like, especially if people are having positive results. I think they're having false positives go out everywhere. I know remember we talked about how the tests were not working in the beginning. Either they didn't fix it or they are doing it on purpose. One or the other. And I can't figure out which one it is, because there's so many. I mean, between like what we talked about, the president of one of the African countries testing it on fucking fruits and goats and getting positive results. Like, you shouldn't even get that from fruits. Maybe animals, maybe. But fruits,
that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't know what to think of it, because it's a lot.
I still think, considering like how much we've all still had to go out or be at the job or deliver cakes and whatever, the fact that we've almost made it through like a little over half of the year and none of us has got it, I'm like, I really still am leaning on to, I had this shit back in December.
I'm thinking that's what it is.
I was just talking to my girl about it, my little wench about it, and I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if most of us already have the antibodies for it, because of how fast it spread. Because if you think about it, this shit started in October, November. And we didn't start wearing masks until February, March, right?
Right. And for some people, till about 2 days ago.
Yeah, right. Because of their city mandates and shit.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, to me, I'm just like, I'm sure there's more going on, but I don't know.
You know, I think there's more going on, and I'm not trying to like awfulize it, but I'm like, what are the fucking odds, given that we all have drastically different jobs and lives, but we've all still very much had to go out.
Yeah.
And we're being careful. We're not reckless, but I'm saying, like, between things that you order online and stuff that you're touching, I'm like, none of us got it.
Man, I fucking, me and Rob be fucking cleaning the shit out of anything. Amazon, we spray it down with alcohol. Like, all we do is do like 2 to 3 parts water and then the rest alcohol, because it has to be over 70%. And we just spray that bitch down. And because we use Everclear, it dries up in like seconds, but it kills everything. Like, alcohol is one of the best things to use, so you don't have to buy like.
Did you know?
Yeah, did you know?
I'll keep a spray bottle in my bag for work, and spray your hands for you in the car, spray your steering wheel, because you track.
I'd be spraying.
But I gotta take 12 elevators to get everywhere at work, so
I'd be
by
like,
the time I make it to my car, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I spray the fuck out of my steering wheel. And even when I'm leaving like Walmart, I've sprayed my bags.
Dude. Anything we buy, we take it to the garage, and then Rob cleans it for me, and then we put it away. Like, that's the only way to do. I mean, I know it might be more paranoid than most people, but I rather not risk it. I'm just like, okay, it's a pain in the ass. We're backed up a little bit, but it's a pain in the ass, especially when you have real jobs like Rob, and like there's a lot of other shit going on in the household because you got kids and shit like that. But I mean, I'm just like, we just try to get the perishables first and then just go from there.
I hate that word, by the way, perishable.
Why?
It just sounds fucking dumb. It sounds like one of those words that thinks it's better than every other word.
It might be.
Like fragile? Do you feel that way about fragile?
Oh, yeah. Fragile is totally a bitch at school. Yeah.
Done. Oh my
fragile and perishable hang out, and they make fun of all the unpopular words.
Oh, no. I'm fucking through. Anyway, we only have a couple more things to go through. Okay, so... Mr. John Lewis had passed away a week ago or so, and he is actually going to be laid to rest, or has been laid to rest, in the U.S. Capitol, which is very rare for a Black person to be down there. He was one of the forefront runners of civil rights movement back in the day, still to this day, really.
Excellent graphic novel called March. You should check it out on Amazon. And he was at Comic-Cons, which I did not know.
Dude, I saw that post about him dressing up as himself as Comic-Con and leading fucking marches at I almost cried. I'm about to cry now.
I sent it to so many family members that didn't know. And I was like, see, y'all be clowning on me about this nerd shit, but he was about this life.
He was about that life. And I think he knew that.
The message by any means necessary.
Yes. But you know what my favorite thing that he used to say is, get into good trouble. That was my favorite quote.
I know it was.
Because he was like, no matter what, even if you're getting into trouble, but if it's good and for a good cause, get into, I'm paraphrasing now. That
the righteous rebellion in you.
Yes, but here's the thing, because this is why I brought this up. So he passed away. Guess who refused to go to his fucking funeral?
Don't tell me shit else. I know it better not be who I think it is.
Of course, our president decided not to go. He was like, I will not be going. No. I said, okay. All right. I mean, like,
he's exhausting.
We all just fucking weary as fuck about him.
There's nothing else nice to say. He's making me eat. I'm about to eat. He's making me eat.
Brandy got up.
I'm going to heat up this rice and orange chicken or sweet and sour chicken. Because I'm just like, it's one thing not to like someone. And this is what I've really gotten sick of with people in politics online, really ever since. It's already been kind of bad and polarizing, but I will say it's way worse than what it was, how a lot of people were dogging Bush. I jokingly say y'all would pray for Bush now if you had you known this is what it was going to be.
Yes.
So people do not know how to disagree respectfully and say, well, these are my views, these are my ideologies, whatever the fuck, and then let people have their own. It's like, you have to join me. And even how they talk about people, and they're like, oh, those Dems, or oh, these Republicans. And I'm
I hate hearing that.
I hate it. I hate it. And I just saw an ad on Facebook from your boy, the president. And this mug was basically, first of all, the ad was crazy. It had an old lady and she was shook because someone's about to go into her house, but they were like, Joe Biden wants to defund the police. So that means old women are at higher risk for being broken into. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? And then I'm like, so fuck the old black women or the old Asian women, huh? It's just the old white women you got to watch out for. The burglars that come in.
For them. And also,
while you playing, they pandering to that demographic.
They made an ad about like if you were to vote for Joe Biden, like this would be Joe Biden's America, and it's like a video of people looting and rioting.
Yeah.
It's from this year, which means it's Trump's America that's looting and rioting.
Right.
And I'm not sure what the purpose of that ad was because it was fucked up to begin with. But
it's to incite and instill fear and hope that
oh, absolutely, fear mongering.
That same group that showed up for him before.
The fact that they think they have somehow convinced a large amount of Caucasian people to think that their fucking whiteness is in danger of being taken over by minorities.
And again, y'all better be glad that we are out here looking for equality and not revenge.
Girl, say it again.
That's what we're wanting. We don't care about y'all. Y'all see that shit when all them white people are kneeling and praying in front of black people asking for forgiveness? I'm like, get the fuck up off the ground. That video pissed me off.
I hate shit like that.
I haven't seen that
one. Like all the
so
motherfuckers
cringy.
taking
it's
a
like,
meal with the kente cloth.
Oh, that one the political ones. Yeah, with what's her face in the front. I'm telling you.
It was so bad. And I'm just like, I don't want you guys to do this. I don't want Nancy Pelosi and them wearing all their Wakanda
and you know what's crazy is like
chill.
none of them could even tell you where the cloth came from.
Yeah,
they probably couldn't
know the name.
I was just gonna say that. I don't even think they know what it's called.
I bet you they don't have 5 people of color that they're actually close to,
friend or
family wise.
Of course.
Let alone knowing about some type of kente cloth. They don't know shit.
Like kente, like kunta kente. Kunta kente.
Kunta kente, okay?
That's the only kente they know.
Your name is Toby.
It's not. Stand it. It makes me sick. So we were able to live in a world, let alone a country that can understand you can believe what you want, I can believe what I want, and we'll try to work together in the middle. Of course, everything would be better. Right. But when you think your Republican side, your dim side, well, I'm not going to do anything because I'm so deep down the rabbit hole and I'm smarter than all you guys. Because even a lot of those conspiracy theorists and too woke people, y'all are fucking assholes too sometimes.
They really are.
Because people forget the concept. They're so caught up in their political ideology. They identify with that more than their Americanness. And that's why it's so fucked up. And it's divisive. This is just a divisive way
so weird
to think.
Because
it's like, get with the fucking, try to think of what's the better good for the people, not what fits for you personally. Because you're not the only one living in the fucking country.
And it's so weird that like, and it's usually, I'm not gonna lie, usually it's white folks who don't understand shit like that. For me, like when they hear that I'm like from Japan or like Okinawa, and I'm like, yes, I'm Black and Okinawan. And when they're like, but are you American? I'm like, yeah, I'm an American citizen. Like they don't understand like the difference between.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're like, it's citizenship has nothing to do with my race and heritage. You know what I'm saying? And like you can be white and be a Japanese citizen.
Apparently you can't. Apparently you can't. Think again.
Apparently not. But you know what I'm saying? Like it just, the common sense portion is missing so hard, and which is why we're here right now.
And I think that's why people need to keep teaching. They need to keep marching, keep protesting, keep retweeting and reposting things, because if we educate everybody better now and the generations before us, this shit can finally really get killed at the root. Because I have been hoping for the longest time after a certain generation dies out, we'll be all good, and it's not that way. So it's like we still have to keep pushing and fighting against all the rest of that bullshit.
I'm with Dave Chappelle on this one. I think there's a bigger majority of the new generation who understands this more, because they are more open to, even just in the LGBTQ community, being open to more diversity. And I feel like I see that even in like in my, you know, my older kid and her friends, you know, there might be some conversations we still have about correcting certain understandings, but other than that,
yes,
I mean,
correct them shouldn't.
It's not like how it is even when we were younger.
Right, it's even better because even when I was young,
the difference between my class of 04, the class of 08, it was like night and day.
Of course. And you guys being separate from like I'm 4 years ahead of you guys, and that was a whole nother situation there too. Right. So like every generation is gonna have their thing, but hopefully it'll be a lot better. Before we go, last thing, apparently there are mystery packages from China arriving with seeds in it to the United States right now. I don't know if you guys have heard.
Seeds? Is it opium seeds?
I don't know what it is, but the Department of Agriculture is saying not to plant them because it could be a seed variation that could kill animals, kill plants, kill us.
Whatever. They sent us. They were sending us the cure, and they don't want us to be cured.
Oh shit! It's like that.
It's like plot twist. This was wait a minute. You plant the seed. It has a big giant beanstalk grow, and then you climb it. Wait, because this story is new. This story is new. Then you climb it, and in the castle you find at the top is the cure for coronavirus.
Oh shit, that's fucking crazy. I don't know about that.
It's being the beanstalk. Come on, he's used to climbing big stocks. He got this shit.
He's gonna climb these big stocks. What?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
On the top of that stock.
Nah, let me see what's on top of that stock. I'm done. But no, so recently I saw on Facebook in my community that there's this thing where the kids are ordering like K2 from other places and using other people's mailboxes to receive it. So I'm wondering if this is a trending thing in the younger culture and they're actually like marijuana like seeds. And
marijuana seeds. Oh my god, like weed flowers?
Yes, because you can just
like roses that's like can get me high.
Yes, ma'am.
I am intrigued.
I'm not intrigued, like, you know, because I'm thinking maybe they're using other people's like box numbers or like just post offices and whatever their mailboxes, and like they're apparently watching it to see if the delivery is complete. And if they catch it, they go in and get it, which is like really scary because, you know, if somebody saw you doing that, picking up a neighbor's fucking mail package, it's a federal crime to begin with.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, and we're not encouraging crime here at all at the Triangle, but who's really paying attention to certain shit like that right now?
I can't stand you.
I'm just saying.
Especially the neighborhoods that still have the regular mailboxes and not the lock boxes like they have in the newer developments. True. You know what I'm saying? If it's an abandoned house, or a house where you know nobody's really checking mail like that, you could just go in, sift through that shit, grab your shit real quick, and they would have no idea.
That's true.
He's been doing it for years.
That's true. They have been.
No, they have lock boxes here. I wanted to, but you know.
I'm done. Anyway,
have a lockbox.
That's about the end of this show. So we're gonna wrap it up before they go far into it. If you guys have loved us this far, make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. Oh my god! We drop new episodes of the Newsangl every Monday at 9 a.m. Oh my god, I gotta yell again. Jesus Christ. Our regular episodes drop every Thursday at 12 noon and Central Time. Can't stand it. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and comment, hit that notification bell so that you get our new episodes every week. We're actually thinking about doing a third episode every week about love and sex and all of that good relationship.
We talk about the sex part. We talk about locking boxes.
Oh, locking boxes. We'll see how that goes. You'll see us soon, 3 times a week. Anyway, I can't even finish. Stay woke, stay blessed, stay logical and safe. If you're black, stay black. If not, support POC and allies unite. We'll chat with y'all later. Bye.